Hey everybody, welcome back to Fishing with West. I am your host, Jason West. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff coming in the future. But in the meantime, I just wanted to go over a quick tackle tip with you guys. I said that earlier and I'm bad. I did that. So hopefully I can not get as tongue-tied now. But anyway, I follow a bunch of Japanese people on social media, and one of them posted this setup right here. And I don't want to say how many years ago it was, but it was a long time ago. What they call this is a jika rig, and it is a split ring with a weight on the bottom, and then on the other side of the split ring has a offset shank hook. And I've used this. I actually started building these and creating these myself. Obviously, it's not too hard. I think in Japan they've even got special weights. Obviously, in America, not so much because it's not super popular yet. I know that they've got other variations of these rigs. Right now, I don't know what they're called, but like I said, I think they all originated from this setup right here, which is the jika rig. Now, through trial and error, I've kind of adopted this, and instead of just having the split ring here, what I've done is I've changed it, and now I put two split rings on it. So I don't know if you can see that, but I've got an offset shank hook with a split ring, another split ring underneath it, and then a weight. Now some might call this an overkill, but I really don't think so. And what I'll do is I'll tie the line on to the first split ring that's connected to the hook. And what that does is it lets this weight drop down and moves a lot more freely than it would if it was just this, right? So it moves around a little bit. The other thing that I noticed with these is that if I'm rigging a soft plastic like a creature bait on these, that plastic's going to come all the way up here, right? So it's going to come all the way up to this point, and it's going to stop this from moving as much. It's going to kind of almost peg it a little bit. So it's not going to move as much, which the second split ring actually alleviates and eliminates that issue. So as you can see, here it is with a creature bait. I've got it on a real bassin creature bait right here, but you can see it moves around a lot more freely with that extra split ring right there, and it really helps this setup. I really like this setup. In like mossy covered water, around docks, around the outside of cover, particularly if you're going through like a really thick piece of cover, like a tree with like 300 limbs on it. This is probably not going to be the technique for you, just because with the weight on the bottom, this thing moves around great. It looks way more realistic in my opinion than just like a pegged or a Texas rig style setup like this. But the downside is that when you're going over twigs or branches or something, this weight, once that weight comes over, it's going to pull this down in the water, and then when it pulls it down, it wants to pull it into the hook. And obviously these creature baits are good at going through. You're not going to get snagged every time, but it's not as productive as this when you're in cover, because this will obviously go through everything. Shouldn't be any problem. I don't have the weight pegged, but if I did have the weight pegged, it'll go through as one unit and go all the way down. So hopefully that explains that a little bit. Also, I've got exclusive, don't tell anybody this, I've got exclusive test tank footage of this underwater. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that, and we can go through a little bit more of the details of it after that. So if you look at the two presentations, you've got the Texas rig on the left and the jika rig on the right. The Texas rig shows it's kind of more of a vertical presentation. It picks up and drops pretty quickly, and it drops straight to the bottom. Once the weight hits, it'll kind of, the rest of the body will flutter to the bottom. Whereas with the jika rig, it drops, but it also allows the bait to swim. Like if you look at the horizontal presentation that it kind of presents, it kind of flutters and swims down. So those are the two main differences in these, and hopefully you get some idea of how these function now that you see them underwater. All right, welcome back. I think that pretty much explains it. If you have any other questions, leave a comment below. Like and subscribe to this channel, and like always, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We've got more stuff coming, And I'm pretty excited about what we've got going on in the future. If you have any other questions, if you have anything that you would like for me to cover in future videos, please let me know. And I will talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. But today I want to go over a quick tackle tip. Ugh. I follow a bunch of people from Japan on my social medias. I can't speak today.